Hey everybody, I'm Veljko and today is such a nice day. So I came here to record a video about this car, and what we're gonna talk about today are quirks and features of this Peugeot 207 GTI. And even though it's a small car and a relatively cheap car, it has many quirks and features that surprised me. So without further ado, let's start. The first very interesting quirk is the rear window washer. Now, you can't see the washer anywhere. I mean, they must have put it somewhere, but you can't see it. So now you're questioning, where the heck is it? But Peugeot was very clever by hiding it in the brake light at the top. So as you can see, it's very tiny, like it's right here. I'm gonna show you, demonstrate to you that it's actually powerful, even though it's a small hole, it gets the job done. Next, a really weird quirk of this car is the outside temperature sensor. Now, most of the cars probably have somewhere underneath the car or not really in the open, but Peugeot was very unique and very weird. I mean, the outside temperature sensor is in the right side mirror, and this little bulge here is the sensor. Next little quirk has to do with locking and unlocking the car, and more specifically how the blinkers here, when you unlock the car, they flash very fast. I will demonstrate to you right now. So this is locking, it doesn't blink fast, and so when I unlock, as you can see, it's a small detail, but it makes me so excited. It's like a little dog, so excited for you to take him on a walk. The next interesting add-on feature is that you get not only the coolant temperature, but also the oil temperature, and that's a very cool thing from Peugeot to include. You won't see the oil temperature gauge in a lot of cars. The next interesting thing that I noticed during driving is this steering wheel. If you let go of the steering wheel like this, it always goes to very quickly it goes to the center. I know other cars also do that, but it's just this steering wheel exaggerates that even more. As you can see, it immediately goes back. Very, very interesting. The next interesting feature that surprised me so much is that this car has the AC in the glove box. So you can cool all your drinks, and the fan for AC is this one, so you can turn it on or off here. And I really, like, for this entry small Peugeot, I really wasn't expecting to have that, but it's there, and so far I'm loving it. The next unique feature has to do with this button here. When you press it, of course, it shows you to change the bass. Now, the unique thing about it is, I'll get to, yeah, the musical ambience. And if you change through the modes, there's for classical, blues, vocal, techno, and it really makes sense. I thought it's just a gimmick, but it really, if I choose the right mode, it really makes the music sound a bit better. The next quirk of the Peugeot 207 GTI has to do with the power, and specifically that this car will give you 20 extra Newton meters of torque if you press the throttle pedal all the way to the end, because it has, at the end of the throttle, it has that little switch, that extra push. And when you do that, and if the car is in a normal temperature, it's gonna give you a bit more torque, which is very interesting indeed. Now, the second thing is also, when you start the car up, this car is not gonna circle the coolant around the engine, so the engine will get warmer much faster. And I mean, this is a BMW engine, so I know it's gonna be very sophisticated and have many tricks up its sleeve. The next cool and useful feature is this rear view mirror. I love how this window opens like this. It is very useful for track days because you can just open that for ventilation. You don't have to lower down the windows. Another hidden feature of this car, probably a lot of people don't know about it, and that is how to quickly mute the radio. Now, there is no button to do that. You can lower it to 0, so that's silence, but if you want to immediately mute the radio, I realized that you have to at the same time press the volume up and volume down button. And when I press that, you will see that it says silence. And by pressing again, the music continues. The next feature that I wasn't expecting this car to have is the hands-free calls via Bluetooth. And not only it has that feature, but it's very easy to use. You just have to turn on your Bluetooth. Of course, the first time you have to pair it, but after that, it automatically connects to, you can see this 207, yeah, connected for calls. So how to use that? Well, you simply go to the menu, go to telephone. There, you can even see missed calls. I will call my girlfriend. Microphone is here and it's using the speakers in the car. That is very impressive for this small entry Peugeot. Another quirk that I noticed, when the temperature goes below like 3 degrees Celsius, the message will pop like blinking risk of ice. Because this car is driven by younger people, so it just gives them a little warning that it may be slippery outside, and I like that actually. Another weird quirk is the handle to open the hood. When you close the door, you won't be able to pull it. As you can see, there is no way you can pull it without opening the door. And I think from Peugeot's perspective, that's just another way of making sure people don't open their hoods while they are driving. So yeah, it's very weird that they did that. Now this next quirk I almost forgot. This car has parking sensors, and when the sensors starts to beep and you have your music on, the music is gonna lower down so you can hear the sensors beeping. There, it just lowered the volume. The next small but interesting quirk is this little vent here. Of course, what it does is clean the fog. So as you can see, it perfectly aligns. It goes from here and then towards there. So that's very clever. I know many other cars have that, but plenty of them put the vent here, whereas Peugeot hid it and put it here. Very nice. And yeah, those are all quirks and features. I hope you enjoyed the video, and check out my merch. I just released the Vuchko HD merch. Stay tuned for more videos about this car, and that's it. Take care.